Cleopatra VII Philopator, the last active pharaoh of ancient Egypt, lived a life of remarkable significance that has left an indelible mark on history. Her influence was felt not only during her lifetime but also long after her death, shaping the course of events that followed and inspiring countless people in various fields. In this video, we'll explore Cleopatra's legacy and the ways in which she has impacted history. First, let's look at how Cleopatra's legacy affected other leaders in history after her death. When Cleopatra died by suicide in 30 BC, Egypt was annexed by the Roman Empire, and her two children with Julius Caesar, Caesar Ion and Cleopatra Selene, were taken to Rome as spoils of war. Caesar Ion, who was seen as a threat to Octavian, later known as Emperor Augustus, was executed at the age of 17, while Cleopatra Selene was married off to King Juba II of Numidia. However, despite the fact that Cleopatra's children were unable to continue their mother's legacy, her impact on other leaders continued to be felt. In particular, the stories of Cleopatra's cunning and intelligence inspired many powerful women throughout history, including Queen Elizabeth I of England and Catherine the Great of Russia. Both of these women admired Cleopatra's leadership and used her as a model for their own reigns. Cleopatra's influence wasn't limited to women leaders, however. Many men throughout history also looked to Cleopatra as a role model for their own leadership. Julius Caesar, for example, was known to have been deeply enamored with Cleopatra and was said to have been swayed by her charms. His relationship with Cleopatra may have even contributed to his assassination, as many of his political opponents saw him as being too close to the Egyptian queen. Another leader who was inspired by Cleopatra was Napoleon Bonaparte. In fact, he saw himself as a modern-day Caesar and Cleopatra, and he even visited the site of the Battle of Actium, where Cleopatra had famously lost a naval battle to Octavian, to pay his respects to the queen. Like Caesar, Napoleon was also said to have been deeply influenced by Cleopatra's intelligence and charisma, and he often cited her as one of his role models. Beyond inspiring other leaders, Cleopatra's legacy has also had a profound impact on art, literature, and popular culture. Throughout the centuries, countless artists and writers have drawn on her story for inspiration, creating works of art that continue to captivate audiences today. One of the most famous depictions of Cleopatra in art is the statue of her as the goddess Isis, which was created during her lifetime. This statue, which shows Cleopatra with the attributes of the goddess, helped to reinforce her status as a divine ruler and cement her place in history. In literature, Cleopatra has been a popular subject for writers for centuries. William Shakespeare's play Antony and Cleopatra is perhaps the most famous example, but there have been countless other works that have explored her life and legacy. These works have helped to keep Cleopatra's story alive and have ensured that she remains a prominent figure in popular culture. Finally, it's worth noting that Cleopatra's influence extends even to the modern-day world. In particular, her legacy has had a profound impact on women's empowerment and the fight for gender equality. By proving that a woman could rule just as effectively as a man, Cleopatra challenged the traditional gender roles of her time and helped to pave the way for future female leaders. Her example inspired women throughout history to pursue their ambitions and break down barriers, from Elizabeth I and Catherine the Great to modern-day leaders like Angela Merkel and Kamala Harris. Furthermore, Cleopatra's impact on history has also influenced the study of Egyptology, the field of archaeology that focuses on ancient Egypt. Her reign and her relationship with Rome have been studied extensively by scholars, leading to a greater understanding of the cultural and political dynamics of the time. Additionally, her death marked the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty, a significant moment in the history of Egypt that has been the subject of much study and speculation. In conclusion, Cleopatra's legacy is a rich and complex one that has impacted history in countless ways. From inspiring other leaders throughout the ages to shaping art and literature, her story continues to captivate and intrigue people today. But perhaps her greatest impact has been on the fight for gender equality and the empowerment of women. By proving that a woman could rule just as effectively as a man, Cleopatra helped to pave the way for future generations of women to follow in her footsteps. Her legacy serves as a reminder that one person can make a profound impact on history, and that the lessons of the past continue to shape our lives today. If you love learning and want to learn more about history, please give this video a like and subscribe. Thank you. Here is another video that we think you will love.